I spent $550 plus tax on this. These antlers. And I see everybody at work with similar antlers and things. So I know they're making money at selling these things. And this is Fontana. You know, I think Fontana
Are we
around
speaking to the
Christmas
mic?
time. Sorry. I think Fontana around Christmas time, they always do well. You know, every Christmas, every Fontana is either well decorated. You see lights, you see a lot of the Christmas decor outside and inside, and they have a lot of traffic. Meaning, like, you know, anytime you're in, I don't know if you've been in Fontana recently, but like the lines are long. All cashiers are like, you know, you know how you'd usually have one or two cashiers. All of them they're like 4 different stalls depending on the Fontana you're going to know. There are suddenly so many more Fontana outlets as well, you know, like stores, because they acquired Monarch Pharmacy earlier this year. So they have 4 new. I don't know if all 4 are operational, but I at least know the Sovereign one is.
I think by now they are.
All 4 of them.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I think that said. I can probably just check their financials, but I'm pretty sure all of them were open. I think there was one that was that took a while, which was Fontana Sovereign. I think they were doing some renovations there, but I've been to that one and it's been open for a good while now. I can double check.
Yeah, I know that one's open. So yeah,
so that's your first.
And I mean,
first one.
Hey, that's the one that came to mind when I touched the antlers. So yeah, I think Fontana, and I mean, I can see why, because a lot of the money they make is not just pharmaceuticals, it's also like the consumer goods, things like these. You know, if you go in there, a lot of people go to Fontana to even buy like cards, you know, Merry Christmas cards, gift cards, and so on. They have a lot of products. Like if you need to get like a quick product for one of your friends or so on, you just say, let's go in Fontana, see what they have. And I mean, you know, you can tell they're marking up a lot of their products if you look online how much certain things cost, and then see, you know, do the comparisons. You can.
So how else would they make money though? That's the thing.
No,
if they don't put
I'm
a
not
markup.
saying no. I'm not saying no. It's just the markup it's a hefty markup still, but like, hey, that's the price you pay for convenience. Because a lot of people like me would buy things online and all know them don't reach yet. Yeah, it's a problem.
That was using Amazon or a shipping company?
A shipping company.
Care to
Amazon
say which
also
shipping
did
company?
take long too.
A listed shipping company?
No,
is it,
they're
okay,
not
is
listed.
it a listed shipping company? Okay, it's not. Okay, so it's not
listed.
Pack or my carts.
Yeah. So maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should have used a listed shipping company. Who knows? But yeah, bro. Like I think Fontana is well positioned to win this Christmas. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there are some factors that would be good for them. So you mentioned that I think before they bought Monarch, was it earlier this year, they had is it 7 branches? And then they had announced that, hey, we're buying Monarch, and then Monarch has 4 branches. So that's almost a 50%. If I'm getting those numbers right, so it's almost a 50% increase in the number of branches. It's not perfectly. The thing is that, for example, one of the branches, like a lot of people probably go to the Barbican branch. Yeah. This is not as popular as the main one, which is the Waterloo.
You mean the Waterloo? Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying the Barbican one. The Barbican one. One of the Monarch pharmacies that they bought, or one of the pharmacies that Monarch has, was not far across the road.
Yeah.
So it's not like, it's not like, okay, they're going into an area that wasn't exposed at all to Fontana. It was like, hey, you just have to drive more distance, and maybe sometimes that could deter you. Or maybe you're like, hey, I'm not going to do this. But it's not like I don't think it's necessarily as good as if it was, say Fontana, wasn't in St. Thomas, and then Monarch was in St. Thomas, and then when they buy Monarch, they now have a branch in St. Thomas that no Fontanas were. So if you were someone in St. Thomas who really wanted Fontana, you're hearing about your friends talking about the different products or whatever. So it's not necessarily as like super value jump, but I still think it will help, because I was thinking, hey, if sometimes, like for example, if I was going to La Sushan, I guess I don't really go there anymore, but sometimes I'd go there, and then there are times where, hey, after going La Sushan or after going to the Wendy's, I'd go into Monarch or something. So it's like, okay, now I could just, that business could go to Fontana, instead of Monarch.
True. That's what you call cannibalization, where like one you're
Well,
eating
no,
into
not
the
that
same.
specific. I was saying, for that example, for me, like if I was in La Sushan and I'm like, hey, I want to get Panadol, I would have gone to Monarch. It's not like I would have said, okay, to get Panadol, I'm going to drive across the road, do the U-turn, whatever, just to get to Fontana.
Yeah.
So in that specific example, no. But I guess what you're saying is, hey, suppose it's something that because I don't, like, for example, have you had been to Monarch before Fontana
I've
bought
been
them?
to
Like,
Monarch.
so it wasn't really
definitely.
like, how like
They're like a
Fontana kind
stone's
of.
throw away. They're not far at all.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, in terms of the product catalog, it's not like what I noticed with Fontana is like there's a lot of, I think what really Fontana shines at is that I think they have good ideas of what people like, or what a lot of women like, especially. I think they like, and that's funny, because have you noticed who one of the directors of Fontana is?
They have quite a few directors.
Yeah, no, but there's a director I'm hinting at. I will probably want to
Male,
pull it
female,
up. Male. And we've had
Lauren
him on our
Peart.
podcast. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I
That to me
figured
was, let me pull it up. So this
data,
is
bro.
their annual report. This is Lauren Peart. He says, independent non-executive director. Big up Mr. Peart. He says he's the founder and chief executive CEO of Blue Dot Insights, a pioneering data intelligence and research firm in the Caribbean. We should talk to him again, because think about it. He was doing his company before AI, and I'm wondering if AI could actually be helping them with their data, like to collect a lot of the data or go through a lot of the data.
That's
It says
very
he has
true.
over 15 years of experience in the market research, and I think they're probably going to list at some point. Grace Kennedy didn't they buy like a stake in them a few years back or something?
Yeah,
It's a
that's true.
consumer neuroscience and data analytics. Lion has been instrumental in providing insights for some of the region's largest brands: Grace Kennedy, NCB, IGT, I think is with SVL or associated with SVL, International Gaming Technologies or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
His leadership in the field has established Blue Dot leader in regional market intelligence, positioned the company for global expansion. So I think I don't know if it's him specific. I'm sure it's like a full team, but that's one of the things I think they do really well in terms of their product catalog. So it's like they know the kind of things that people would like. One of the things I would say, someone once got me this. It was so nice. It was like a, how like you'd have those standard Christmas presents where it's like a box. I don't know what's it. Christmas box or something. It was like the. Let me pull up a picture. It wasn't one of these colors, but it was almost like a box like this or like this.
Yeah.
And it was like they gave me a present in the box. I don't know. It just, to me, it was just like a really nice way to present it.
Okay.
So it was like you're giving presents in a little Christmas instead of, I mean, you didn't have to actually like, tear up to open. You just like opened it. But I don't know. I thought it was very nice. And it was Fontana that they got it at. And I don't think that's kind of thing that Monarch would have had, or a lot of other pharmacies would have. Maybe like a Ligani, I know Ligani Drug and Garden is kind of nice and stuff. But I think that's the kind of things, just little things like that. Like even what you're mentioning. Well, I guess your brain there or whatever. I'm sure other pharmacies probably sell it too, but I think that's what they really excel at, is those kind of finding those kind of products. Because
you walk in a Fontana, you kind of just want to walk around and see what else they have. Like for me personally,
kind of want to walk out, not spend all your money.
Yeah, that's true. But for me being a doctor, what I also like, all right, I really love pharmacies. I don't know if it's just you or other doctors, but I like to just look through the products that they have and the medications. And Fontana excels at also having a bunch of different supplements. And so it's kind of cool to see the different supplements and just what they offer. And I'm like, yo,
so you're saying others
this
don't
is
have that?
not as wide of a variety, because they're not a lot of the pharmacies, especially because there are different types of pharmacies. You know, you have like professional pharmacies, you have retail pharmacies, which is what Fontana is, where they also sell consumer goods. And so
When you say
within
professional
retail,
pharmacies, what you mean?
I think they don't sell retail goods, they only sell medications. And then you have hospital based ones where they're just attached to a hospital. So they're based on pharmacy council. You have to apply to become a particular type of pharmacy. So Fontana would have had to apply to become a retail pharmacy. With a retail pharmacy, you need certain amount of space for the dispensary. They're like specific. They're very specific stuff. But you know, and then there's like a minimum requirement for the retail space and so on. But Fontana has huge retail space. Not many pharmacies. Like, how many pharmacies you know have that big retail space? Not many, right? Fontana is. It's almost as if it's like they just sell a lot of consumer products, and then they just have pharmacy like add on to it, because the pharmacy section is such a small section. You get me? But of course they do churn out quite a bit, right? Because I send a lot of my patients to Fontana because it's so much easier to just WhatsApp prescriptions and so on to them. So yeah, they will always get money during this period. Fontana will always get money during this period. And I'm curious to see what the revenues will look like after this period, with all 4 branches of Monarch being up and running. And then this is normally their best quarter. I think that, and what's the stock price now? $7?
I like that it's been
fallen.
dropping. Yeah.
It's been dropping.
Because I remember
$7.64.
Yeah, okay, if you look at it, it was like 7 before the announcement of Monarch, it was trading at like the price that it's at now, $7. Then when Monarch was announced, it flew up to like $9, as high as like $10. And I was kind of like, I was considering buying it. I was like, no, this, I feel like, because if you look at it, usually with like when companies buy other companies, there's that initial pop, and then it kind of takes a while sometimes to, depending on, I guess, the type of buy. It's like, hey, it takes a while to kind of fix it up and stuff. So it was, to me, I was kind of like, hey, I didn't really like buying post the excitement of it. I kind of was like, hey, this, I kind of like to get it on the cheap too. I was like, hey, I feel like this $10 kind of expensive. So I'm happy that I've waited. And I mean, I don't know if I'm going to buy now, but it's nice. It's fallen back to below because it was actually even at around $8 at one point, related to the end of 2024, and then now it's at like just below $8 now too. So it's reverted to the mean, I guess.